Welcome to Pen and Pad Podcast,
where we always encourage you to make the right choice,
to spend your time wisely,
and most importantly, take notes on life. It's your host, Ash Egg M's on.
Yeah, what's up, Brody, what's going on, my mom?
Chilling, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
We back again out here.
We're back already. A week went by that fast, huh?
That fast, bro.
Shoo.
Bro, I don't know what it is. I'm getting older. And I start walking more. You know what I mean? To the train.
Good.
But my legs have been hurting, bro. Like, I don't know if it's the age.
Not my man horse leg. My man calves like cannonballs.
Bro, my legs have been hurting, so I know people have been looking at me weird because I've been hobbling. I hobbled off the train. I try to be smooth. Just
like college? What's going on?
Out of pocket. I don't know. Like, the front of my legs, the back, man. It's just everything. My feet. I'm like, yo,
man, my bro Rusty out here.
Yo,
my bro supposed to walk
did
everywhere.
I not just take off my shoes, bro? I did.
Yo,
that hurt.
We the uncles that's like, yo, take off my shoes after work. Asking the wives and the nieces and nephews and kids for a foot rub.
Doing what my dad did, bro. Have you ever heard of corn husker oil?
It sound, I forget what it is. I heard it before. I forget what it is though,
bro. And just what you mentioned, like you try to get them to rub your feet. Like my dad used to try to get us to rub his feet, and we used to do it
after work.
50 cents, bro.
Hey,
50 cents. We had to rub corn husker oil on my dad's feet.
Oh wow!
And sometimes he wouldn't even have the money.
Was it a foot rub sweatshop?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Child labor law. Oh, it's so out of pocket, bro. Like, and me and my sister, we just used to rub his feet, in hopes that we would get money, because back in the day, bro, we would get go to the store to
the corner store room
25 cents
chips, Doritos 25 cents.
Bro, did y'all have a dollar hoagie?
Yes.
You had
not dollar hoagie. We had, I think it was 3. Then it went up to 5. But I do remember the 25-cent brownies. 25 cent.
Rubby. Sound like Scooby.
10 cents, you get a bag of mad candy.
Yo, did you have the penny candy store?
Yeah, we had the not the actual candy store, but in the corner store we had the the stash, and you go in there, leave with the brown paper bag.
Bro, the fruities.
What?
Oh my God.
Damn.
I used to rack up on them Jones, but I stopped going to the penny candy store.
Penny candy. Oh.
Because it was this crazy man, and he was at least like 6'6", bro. He used to walk past my house all the He probably hooped by himself, thinking he playing 5-on-5 by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he used to walk past my house all the time. So you know me, man. I just like. I don't know. I just like seeing where things go. Sometimes instigating, antagonizing, trolling.
Director, writer.
So, bro, I was like 6-7 years old, and I remember one time he walked past my house, on the way to the penny candy store. So he always used to talk to himself.
To himself?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I decided to follow behind him and just mimic him. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was crazy, like he wouldn't react to me and nothing. Bro, I got off my porch. I walked behind him, mimicked him, down the block. He stopped, turned around. He was like, if you don't stop, I'm going to cut your fucking head off.
Sheesh, bro. What?
I Usain Bolt back into the house to my dad, dog. I ain't even closed the front door.
You said you 6'7"?
6'7". He said he's going to cut my head off?
Sheesh, bro. Oh yeah, he was cooked. He was definitely cooked.
I never went to that store again, bro. You know what I mean? That store had nothing to do with it, but he used to go there and walk past.
You know what that remind me of?
What?
Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Was it the neighbor he was scared of? It was the one he was scared of.
Yeah, but at least that neighbor was nice.
Right,
bro.
he was actually nice.
This fool said he was going to chop my head off this line.
He sounded like he was cooked. Yo, you did the smart thing.
Yeesh, bro.
He was a wise young man to run back to the crib. Who knows what he would have done?
He would have chopped my head off for real? Or?
Man, he probably would have maybe yoke you up or something. Who knows, man?
Yo, man, stuff used to happen around my way, bro.
Oh, boy.
I remember somebody, shot somebody else and they threw the gun on my roof.
What?
Between me and my neighbor's roof, actually, bro.
Oh, and as kids, how old were you about around there?
6, 7.
6. I know as kids, our mom was like, yo, you want to go see the gun up there? Try to go find it. Classic.
Well, oh, man, bro. But it's just a lot of stuff from childhood, man. Like,
yeah, you got to love the childhood memories, man.
I mean, especially back in our day, we was... I don't know. A lot of stuff just became normal to us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I always think about it all the time. Like, I'm so glad that we grew up in the time we did. Yeah. I feel like
best of both worlds.
Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like we have the mixture. We was in that perfect transition between the technology to what it is today, and just still playing outside too. But we can understand both worlds.
Do you remember AOL? Do you remember getting CDs in the mail for 100 minutes? 100 minutes?
Right. You got to plug in the phone line in that joint.
In fact,
right.
Now, bro, right? You would get your 100 minutes because you knew you had to talk to the girl you met at the mall or wherever. The AIM, what is it? Was it AIM at that time, bro?
Was it even AIM yet? Because my recollection of AIM was more so closer to the high school days with the what was it? The motor with the sidekicks. The sidekicks.
I never had no sidekicks.
I didn't either, but I remember like people just go in with the AIMs, and I think AIM was like right before that. But you took me back to even
the girls. AIM,
bro. Did you guys have the phone line, Joe? We in Jersey
party line.
Yeah, we called it the loop.
Yeah, the loop. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, loop. Party line, bro. Like, what was that? You pick up the phone, you dial a number. Hey, my name's Tiffany. You know what I mean?
Everybody try to put on a sexy voice.
Green eyes. I got a body. I hoop. You like, damn, she sounds good.
How long? I forget. How long was them things? Like how long can you like? What was it called? I guess that was like your profile. I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
but
me too.
Was there a limit?
I don't think so, bro. But
wow,
somebody got rich off of saving voicemails. That's all it is. You're saving voicemail. You're checking voicemails.
Right. That was social networks before. That was you think about it,
with the girls, bro.
Yo, I remember being on like the 3-way with the homies, and we calling, checking it. Yo, that was really a phenomenon when it happened.
Did you ever
had no business on the phone?
Did you ever like a girl or call a girl, right? Mm-hmm. And you make sure your homie was on 3-way, but he had to put his phone on mute because you ain't really want to talk to her by yourself.
Bro, took it busy.
You know what I mean? You trying to talk, you had your homie on mute, or you would have your homie call and you would stay silent until you be like, yo, my man on the phone. Then you be like, hello. No, your voice ain't that deep,
Then the girl try to be all cute, like, who that?
I know. Ash,
like, somebody on the phone? Wait,
bro, man.
That's your bro. That's your boy. What's your name?
I know, bro. And then like he would connect y'all, then he would hang up. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all just be talking, or he'll be silent. He'd be like, "Yo, hold on, I'm about to do something for my mom."
Right.
Those, oh my God, those were the days.
Man. That's nostalgic though, man.
Jeez Louise. Or what about the voicemails you left on the girl's phone?
The voicemail you left in your
Jodeci. Come and talk to me. I'm really money. 112 peaches and cream and everything.
Just hitting you up to let you know. I hope you're having a good day. I'm thinking about you. Then when you're done with your message, you put your phone to the speaker for that little 15-second, 30-second, let it rock.
Got the Donnell Jones. Where I wanna be, I'm crying. Man, that
Facts,
was
man.
nostalgic, man.
Yeah,
you know.
we grew up in the best era, man.
And you know what, bro? Just going out and talking to girls.
Right. In the flesh.
And that's what this thing is about.
Yep.
Talking. I mean, we're just talking, right?
We're just talking.
That's all. Right? You go up to a girl, you say, "Hey, yo, how you doing? What's going on? Whatever your game is."
Right.
You know, in hopes to see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? But that's our topic for today.
We are just talking.
What is talking? Let's define. We're just talking. You know, a man and a woman, they're just talking. What are the fine lines that goes along with this?
Right.
Are there any boundaries at all, actually? Bro, how do you define just talking? So say if you go up to a girl right now, you're interested, you see her in the mall. I can't believe I said see her in the mall. I sound like a dad. You know what I'm saying? See her in the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Do they even go to the mall anymore? I don't know.
I know. Yeah, I can't even say that, man. You see her on the street, right? Say if you see her on the street, you like her, and what do you do? Like, what's talking? What do you?
Right.
What's your steps after that?
Yo, taking it back. Cause I remember those days when you'd be like, yo, you know, when somebody see you with a girl, like you realize you got her number, see you walking with her down the hallway, or see you in public, like, oh, I see you with such and such, y'all. Nah, we just talking.
So what is that, bro? Because I feel
talking?
like it gets confused with a lot, bro. Like,
you know, I got you got to press rewind now. Take myself back to those days,
what
huh?
does that mean when somebody's talking?
You know, being married now, so far gone from that time and stage.
Time to rewind.
Rewind.
Sound like a telephone. It's like
Just talking. When I used to use that, it used to be when there was definitely an interest into a female, and I was putting the time in to get to know her. To get to know her a little more.
Gotcha.
So talking is a necessity to, you know, you can't get to know somebody if you're just sitting in front of each other and staring at each other. We gotta talk. Talk. And I feel in its true sense is like asking questions about each other, getting to know each other. You know, so that's what I use. Just talking
so
back
let
in
me
the
ask
day.
you this, bro. It's a lot of fine lines. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Say you really connect with a girl, right? And y'all are just talking. I mean, you just met. You've been talking for a couple weeks, maybe even a month. Are you allowed to talk to other women?
If we're just talking,
You're in the talking phase. Yeah.
absolutely. I would say so because I mean, I would not only I would say so back then. I did so. You know, because if you're just talking, there's no commitment. It's just literally, and it's funny. So this is a perfect, and this a build up from, you know, what we spoke on last week. Like, it's very similar, synonymous to just friendship. You're trying to get to know that person and build, like trying to find out who they are. You know what I mean? On top of what you might be attracted to from what you see physically. Now it's like, okay, I like what I see on the outside, but do I like what I see what's on the inside, I should say.
That's definitely a good breakdown. And I know you heard this before though. You heard women say, "Man, like, how you gonna talk to somebody else? We're talking." You
glad
feel
you
what
brought
I'm
that up.
saying?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where are the boundaries? Are there any boundaries in talking?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you brought that up, man.
Where are the boundaries? Where are the guidelines? Are there any? Is it like a freelancing type of thing? So say if you was talking to a girl, I mean, y'all vibing, y'all keying it up, sharing pizza and everything, and you're with another girl. You talk, like you said, you talking to other women at the time. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And you see her in Foot Locker, and she sees you with the other girl, but y'all are just talking. Is that legal?
I would say
Y'all are vibing now.
We're vibing.
You're vibing. But y'all are just talking.
Right. I would have to say absolutely legal.
Okay.
I think it's illegal. It was legal. Because if we are just talking, that means we're just getting to know each other. I'm trying to find out who you are. You're trying to find out who I am. You're trying to get to understand and learn who I am. You know, so without that until we communicate that, you know what? I like who you are. You like who I am. I think we can build on something here. Let's focus on that and commit. I think it's legal, bro.
So my thing is, you know, that's a good perspective. Mm-hmm. With talking, talking is definitely tricky. I would say.
Very tricky.
Because you can vibe with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And as soon as you connect, it's harder. You know, because a lot of women are emotional.
Yes.
You know, some guys are emotional too. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But women are women. Yeah, women are women. But with this phase, I feel like you are weighing out options. You know what I mean? This is the first stage.
Yes.
And a lot of people try to jump, ahead of certain stages.
Absolutely.
While they're in this phase. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If y'all are talking, that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
Talking. There's no ownership.
Right.
You know what I mean? It don't have to be loyal.
Right. True.
You know what I'm saying? None of the above. Y'all are just talking.
Right.
So stop putting all your feelings into it unless
you don't know this person yet.
You don't.
You know what I mean?
We both like McDonald's. Oh, I love him. I love her.
Match made in heaven.
Then why they on a date with somebody else? Oh my God. Like, come on. It's just talking.
Uh-oh, you
and that's our
something.
perspective. And just
you tapping into something.
PSA.
Yep.
This is our opinions.
Right.
Okay. This is just opinionated. This is coming from our point of view, our opinions, our experiences. So don't, y'all are wrong. No.
We just building. We just talking. We're expressing our,
Exactly. This is our opinions. You can't tell us that we're wrong about our opinions, and we can't tell you that you're wrong about your opinion because it's your opinion. We got to stop, trying to influence others to think the way we do. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own mind. But anyway,
right.
It's just talking.
Right.
Okay, don't get all bent out of shape. Now, here comes the fun parts. If you're talking, right? And say you have sex in the talking phase.
Bro, you right. Bro, this is my bro, man. We on the same page. That's
you have sex in the talking phase. Then what?
Thank you, bro.
Are you then still?
Thank you.
Like, do guidelines come into play, or is it still the same?
Perfect. And what I was gonna say, and you went right into it. The reason there's a lot of confusion there is because in that talking phase, in that stage of talking, too many people are doing things that they shouldn't be doing in that stage.
Oh, sugar pops.
You asked me earlier,
right?
Was it legal? Yes, it's legal. But when you start taking it to that phase of things and you start doing things that you shouldn't be doing in the talking phase, and once again, like my bro said, these are opinions, but then we're rooted in truth too. We rooted in certain we have a certain bar and codes according to laws, according to the OG. You know what I mean? And now when you start to take part of activities that you shouldn't be doing in the talking phase, and let's just for an example, like last week we discussed friendship a little bit.
Right. Fact.
Now before you can call someone a friend, right? And they're just an associate, and you let them borrow your PlayStation game and they don't give it back.
Oh.
Can you blame? You don't know them for real,
right? It might be a kleptomaniac.
You know what I mean?
That's facts, though.
So
That's good.
yeah. So, but to answer your question, I'm glad you went there because I feel like that's where the confusion lies. The confusion lies when you're in a certain season or space in your life, but you're taking part of activities that you shouldn't be doing in that season or place. That's the problem, bro.
And that's so good, bro. That's so on point. Because in this phase is where you begin to establish the relationship, like you said, get to know the person,
Right.
You know what I mean, and kind of see and gauge, you know, y'all direction, or if it can even go anywhere. Some people like to force it because they're the loneliness. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they like to jump. Just because one thing makes them happy, they jump to the last phase. Oh my God, we get married and all that. And they set this world in their head.
Right.
You know, and as soon as the other person disappoints them, man, the whole world shatters. Then they hate all men or they hate all women. When it's their fault. But this is the place where you establish. And what I was going to say is, in this phase, especially for women, just coming from my point of view and you know what we've been through, our experiences. I mean, we're married now, but I can tell you, you know, where a lot of slip ups come in.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say this clearly. In the talking phase, whatever you offer a man first is what we're gonna take you for the rest of the ride.
Absolutely, bro.
So, if you offer me money, you're gonna be my cash bank for the rest of the time. The first time you meet me, oh, I got it. Oh, okay. You're my I got it chick. You will never move up. You'll never move down. You know, I got it chick. Oh, I'll feed you. Oh, this is where I go for food. You're a fast food restaurant. Oh, you offer me
let me get that number
cheeks.
6.
And this is the deep one. You offer me the buns. How come we'll never go on dates? Because what did you offer me on the silver platter? The cheeks first.
Not the hot dog buns.
Right. That's all I'm gonna take you for. This is my smash.
And that's real.
My smash buddy. The first thing you offer a man is what he's gonna take you for. That's why you offer yourself.
Yep. You gotta set that bar. You gotta set that tone from rip.
Exactly. And it's either gonna go two ways. He's either gonna accept it or, oh, you too much for me. I can't handle it. And guys got agendas. They got agendas. Women got agendas too. Everybody got agendas. We're people. Human nature. But whatever you offer a guy first is what he's gonna take you for. That's where a lot of confusion.
I absolutely agree with you, bro. Because like that definitely sets the tone. It sets the tone because like if and you see it too. Even if you observe, if you have children and you study and observe kids, the difference between a boy and a girl. Boys would test you more.
Yep.
Because men naturally want to see, okay, how far can I go?
Absolutely.
And the crazy thing about
fire.
Thank you. The crazy thing about it is, the truth about this is, you know, we all have different upbringings, backgrounds, product of our environments. A lot of things play into who you are and who you become, and your character. You know, like how you're raised. Once again, your standards, your morals, principles. So, whether the truth to this is, as a man, from a man's perspective, whether you're quote unquote a good man that comes from a good environment, has good character, principles, morals, or on the other side of the spectrum, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's still gonna be a challenge because the tone that you set as a woman is gonna be where we move. Now, I might not take advantage or go as hard.
A lot of guys are immature too and broken, don't know themselves.
Exactly. So they'll take more advantage of that and abuse that.
Ooh,
you know what I mean?
Bro, you just hit a nerve. They said the guys will take advantage, and we never want to say, oh, it's all the women. Oh, whatever you offer a man. Now, talk to the guys real quick. A lot of guys are broken.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
You know, especially within our culture, a lot of the
Community.
the old heads and the examples have died off, or it's crazy, even went to jail, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Family structure was
And
attacked.
Family structure, right?
Yeah.
They cut the head off the snake, and a lot of things are watered down. But
Absolutely.
a lot of guys, they do this. They have perfected the image of the gentleman, bro.
Uh-oh.
And that's not even a woman's fault, bro. It's not. Yeah, that's a lot of manipulation, but they have perfected the gentleman. So when they first meet, let me open up your door.
Like the name of our group back in the day, Perfect
gentleman. Was corny. Oh my god.
Rated PG.
PG, perfect gentleman.
Oh, MySpace corny-ish.
Yeah, bro, perfect gentleman. MySpace is corny. You know what I'm saying?
on my
But
top
we
eight,
was
though.
definitely called perfect gentleman. For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, those guys, man, it's a lot of manipulation, man. And I think it's corny that you gotta lie and try to manipulate just to get a woman,
Yes.
man. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Be yourself and you be alright.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they perfected the image of the gentleman, so it's a lot of manipulation, right? Right. So the girl thinks, "Oh wow, I finally got a good one." You know, it's a lot of broken women too, though. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just a lot of broken people. See, they prey off of that, right?
Absolutely.
So once they perfect that and they get you, it's over, right? Because they imprinted the image of the perfect gentleman into your head.
Right. They
And
plant
it's
that seed,
almost
that
like
first
drugs,
impression.
bro. It's almost like drugs. The
Oh, yeah.
women are chasing that first high.
Yes.
That first high of, he wasn't like that when
The
we
emotions
met him.
behind it, yeah.
Right.
Infatuation.
So you got the image in your head. He could get back to that. That first high is what they're chasing. That first impression is what they're chasing for the rest of their life, bro.
That thrill. And that's so true from a man's perspective. Like when you tapped into
that's
that.
corny. Stop manipulating and get beat yourself, man. Golly.
Exactly. Like it's like you said, it's a lot of broken, insecure, hurt, traumatized people that's escaping through these things. But and I'll be honest, you know, speaking for myself, like, you know, everyone has in your journey of life, in your process of evolution and growth, like, we all have our vices that we evolve and grow and learn through. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, you know, women was one of my vices that I escaped through, but at the same time though, I was honest and real about it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't use like manipulation or lies or, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just, you know, it was just that. But once again, like you said, from a perspective of a male who might be insecure, he might feel like he might need to lie and say I love you to get what he wants to get.
Damn.
He might have, you know what I mean?
A lot of anger.
And it's definitely a lot of brokenness, man. It's a lot of brokenness, and which is rooted in like that foundation of that family structure.
Bro, two broken people can't come together and be bro.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all both are broken. You gotta, you know, go through the due process, you know, reaching out, change your patterns up from what you're used to. You know, seek wisdom, seek, you know, higher counsel is what we call it, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not your original
wise
servant.
counsel.
Wise counsel.
Wise counsel, absolutely.
You know, and begin healing.
You need that.
Heal yourself, man.
Yeah.
Self-healing
Yeah.
is when you complete yourself. You know what I mean? Nobody can, you know, make you happy or complete. You got to do that within yourself first.
It's so true, man. Like, and that makes me think of something. Do you think, would you say talking is synonymous to dating?
No. I don't think so. Because talking, like you said, you have your option. You're just talking. You're trying to find that person that you can truly connect with. You know what I mean? So you could keep your options open, even though, and what causes the trouble is people jump into conclusions. People not being patient, people trying to rush the idea of love. They're in love with the idea of love. You feel what I'm saying?
The fantasies with Disney put, the romanticism.
Joint. He's gonna grab my glass Gucci slipper off the step. No, it's not like that.
Programmed since we was young to yes.
Dating's the next phase from talking, bro.
Thank you. I'm glad you said. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people even confuse talking with dating.
Yes. No, it's not. We're talking. We're trying to find a friendship or what we can build, who we can build with.
Thank you.
To that dating phase.
Right. And that's why
it's tricky.
Oh yeah. And that's why I mentioned it's connected. And it's funny because it definitely is. This is a build from the last episode as we started to dig into friendship. It's really very synonymous. The only difference is it might be a physical attraction, an attraction there, whatever the attraction is of the opposite sex. You know what I mean? But you're still trying to get to know that person in friendship to see where it go. And it's, once again, legally, you shouldn't be taking it there because, you know what I mean? Do you just take down your friend?
That's what I'm saying.
But people confuse that. You think about it, because,
a lot of people don't want to pass the talking phase, because once you go past the talking phase, it starts to require accountability, integrity, character, and all that old other stuff. But, the talking phase is where they could kind of get away scotch-free.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Try to see what they can get away with.
Sometimes the talking phase, I know Wynn's going through that. It's annoying though, bro.
It's real.
Especially you go up to a chick, hi, and she got on the what?
Right.
The angry face. I understand that's a defense mechanism, but come on.
Right.
You know what I mean? All the time, that's not cute, dog.
Right.
Some dudes like that. Oh, look, son, she mad. Oh, that's sexy. That's sexy. No, that stuff ain't cute, man. Looking angry all the time is not cute.
Right.
And I understand it because these dudes acting stupid.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up with you, shorty? She don't want to talk to you. Oh, forget you, that ugly ass. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And all that. Oh, come on,
you was
bro.
Real anyway.
What's up with you? You just tried to talk to her.
Exactly.
So you try to damage her self-esteem because you
hurt. Your ego hurt.
If she don't want to talk to you, okay, go let her go on about her day. Why you gotta?
And that's why I feel like that stage is honestly synonymous with just getting to know someone in friendship. Do you do that to the same, someone who you're just trying to build a friendship with? Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Okay, that person having a bad day, and they upset. They got that strong face on, or they got that mean mug. Are you gonna be like, oh, I want to be a friend anyway? You gonna be like, okay, you keep it moving. You should, you know what I mean? So that talking phase is synonymous.
That's level
to that.
1, Brody.
Yep.
You know we always do levels. Level 2. For talking. Now, when you establish those guidelines that I want to talk exclusively. Now you in a prerequisite for dating. You know what I'm saying? When somebody say, I want to talk exclusively, this is tricky, though. If a girl says she wants to talk exclusively, can you still talk to other women?
If a girl says she wants to talk exclusively,
this is tricky.
Can you still talk to other women?
Can you still go out and talk to other women?
That's a good one, bro. I like that, because if the girl is telling you that she wants to talk to you exclusively, now, as a man, you have to be honest with yourself and say, do I want to talk to her exclusively? And this is where a lot of people, get it confused and tricked. Like, if you know in your mind that you don't want to talk to her exclusively, and you don't have no intentions of seeing her as a potential wife, leave it alone. It's I know that's not the way of the world, or the way it is now, the trends.
Love them buns. They love that Twitty pop. It's like a drug. They still kill, destroy for it. Wars being fought over it. Like
the power,
bro. and that's crazy. Like, Yeah, when the talk exclusively, that's when I feel like the boundaries start to come into play. But your integrity and character also too, and if you made that connection with somebody.
Yep.
If you didn't, just be real.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just stop being slick.
I feel like, unfortunately, that's the problem.
Somebody.
Unfortunately, because of shame, miseducation, because of being misguided, broken, not too many people can honestly are real. With themselves, first and foremost, like you mentioned earlier, because that's the first step. You gotta be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And then
can't lie
to somebody else. Like it just throws it all off. That's where the confusion comes in, I believe.
So now you talk exclusively, all right? Just say, all right, we talking exclusive. All right, cool. Dating. What's the levels of dating, bro? Can you date more than one person?
Dating.
Can you date more than one person?
Dating, I believe, if you are not, and this is it's about to get real. If you're not a believer, this is my view. This is my opinion. If you're not a believer, right? And when I mean by believer, like you're a follower of the OG and his rules and guidelines on these things. Because like Brody mentioned earlier, it's all opinion. Yeah. And the only thing outside of opinion is the actual law. And that's what we should. But I believe if you're not a believer, unfortunately, dating has become this thing where it's kind of like the streets too. There's no more rules. There's no rules no more.
Morals, no nothing.
There's any more. It used to be codes and, you know what I'm saying?
That is true. Damn, that's true.
Unfortunately, not to, you know what I'm saying? We'll get there, but just to chime in on
so we can date multiple people.
Shouldn't, but that's what it's become, unfortunately. And I feel like dating as someone who's following certain laws and codes is not necessarily for you if you're following those laws and codes. That's it.
So, okay. Now, dang, so dating and talking, I mean, it's dating and talking is almost like a thin line between love and lust. Between flirting and mentally cheating.
Don't we have a song like that back in the day?
But, dang. Bro. That's why I believe the talking phase is so important.
Because you gotta figure it out.
You can actually figure out and build those connections.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's when I believe you should do all your
start from the root, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But dating too, I feel like dating is the second chance of talking.
A little deeper. Yeah, because you can then get a further sense of relationship and connection too. I feel like that's a good one. So I guess the best place to go here now.
Jesus.
What is dating? Let's define that.
Dating, I feel like, oh man, that's you both, bro. It's such a thin line. I'm gonna just say, just a man and a woman. You both have established enough of a connection together that you see each other in going to the next step. Like it's an agreement.
As far as marriage, or
as far as no dating, talking from dating.
Oh, talking from dating.
I feel like it's an agreement. Like, all right, we're gonna be exclusive. And now let's start to establish more of a connection, go out, travel, get to know each other more. The time is in there again.
Okay. I like that. So for clarity, just to like your perspectives, do you feel like dating? Do you feel like dating has to be exclusive to one person, or can you date multiple? Like you act like the question you asked me, so now I'm asking. What's your opinion?
It just depends on your mind frame, the connection, and the relationship.
Okay, so I can.
You know what I mean?
So the communication agreement and the honesty and realness between the two parties.
Between the two parties.
As far as
bro.
where you guys
it
are.
gotta be, yo, are we dating? Yup. Exclusive? Yup.
Okay, so it has to be.
I feel like, yeah.
I can see that. Okay.
So that's when you like, tag. All right, like we really building something here.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's dating.
So dating is like talking more on the phone, going to the movies.
Talking more on the phone,
what
to
up?
the movies, coming to
is sex
family. Yes.
Oh.
It is. It doesn't have to be, but nowadays it's running rampant. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, from our perspective, that's what we went through. Like,
That's our journey.
so we can't even say like,
Right.
And that's just a part of the game. And we're not saying that you have to have sex. You know what I'm saying? But that's most of the time. That's what ends up happening when you have those connections. You get caught up in that moment. Just get bing boppity boop. You know what I'm saying? And it just happens, man. Like. And that's when things get tricky.
I was just about to say the same thing. Unfortunately, that's where things get confusing, cloudy.
Bro.
It gets clouded then.
Because lust will blind you, bro.
It really will.
Lust will
Absolutely.
blind you, bro. So I think, dating is only when you. Oh man, I think we gonna get killed. We gonna get killed by the wilds. We speaking our truth. Yeah, man. Like we've been through it. You know what I'm saying? No harm, no foul.
Growth,
you know?
evolution, you know?
Yeah, but we just speaking our truth. I feel like you can talk to anybody.
Yes, I
You
agree
can
with
date.
talking.
I feel like you can date multiple people because you're still in that selection phase until you find that one. Or if you already know that one, you exclusive from the beginning because y'all both know. I feel like it's just an agreement between two people. You know what I mean?
A lot of it is confusion.
Now, Ari, bro, you want to hit me with the pingity pack?
You know,
what I'm
we
saying?
do since college, you know?
Now, so you and a girl
Right.
are exclusive. Now, y'all got a connection and stuff like that.
Exclusively dating?
Exclusively dating.
Okay.
Are you allowed to talk and date other women at that point?
Not if I'm, and I'm once again just going off my journey and my path not if it's exclusive. And like you mentioned a good point, that has to be communicated though.
Okay.
If it's not communicated, yes. If it's communicated, then okay, then we're exclusive. But if it's not communicated, and this is why I said that if you're not going by certain laws, then it's really like it's the wild wild west.
It is fact.
It's the wild wild west because
Facts.
you can't. If it's not communicated that we're exclusively dating, then why can't I talk to date other people?
All right, now I'm not even gonna play ick, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Yeah, you know we do.
Are you technically single?
Yes.
So are you wrong if you're still talking exclusive, but you start dating and talking to other women? Are you technically wrong for that?
If I'm exclusive and I talk to other women, technically no.
And still date other women? Can you still date other women?
Yes, and technically I'm not wrong. I'm only wrong if I am taking part of activities.
So you think it's just activities?
Activities.
So if y'all establish y'all have the vibe, the connection, all that is clicking, right? I'm just playing devil advocate.
No,
I'm not even it because we do this to each other all the time.
All the time. This is what we.
Bro.
This is how you build. We build it.
So
you gotta do
am
that.
I wrong if I step outside of our connection? Because we're just dating exclusively. But if I step outside of our connection and I establish another connection with another woman, am I wrong? And can she be mad at that?
You're not wrong if you are just dating. Now, if you're serious about being exclusive, that's different. That's another level.
But is that still technically wrong though? And I'm playing devil's advocate.
It's only wrong if you're being dishonest.
Pod debate.
Yeah,
IG story.
You know
that's
what's
what we
coming.
talking about.
It's only wrong. I love it, bro. It's only wrong if you're lying, if you're being dishonest, if you're not being real.
Oh, he gonna hit me with the home runners.
You know what I mean? You know how we do, bro. If you're being honest, real, you're not lying. There's nothing wrong with that in the dating realm. And this is once again going back to rewind why I truly feel that unless you're going by certain rules and guidelines, unfortunately dating has become like Russian roulette, bro.
It has.
You know what I mean?
It has. Right? Okay, so you're saying
building,
as long as you're being honest,
right,
not being manipulative, and stuff like that.
Be real, just be real.
So I can establish a relationship with a woman, right, or vice versa, right, and we're dating exclusively. I would not be wrong if I stepped outside and still was dating other women and establishing connections.
Right. And I'm glad you made it even more clear. No, because it made me even more clear with my answer. I personally don't believe this is going to be a pod debate. I don't believe there's a such thing as dating exclusively. Because I believe, because that's another level. You can't date exclusively.
Why not? Oh, bro,
you about to get this dating.
He gonna get us into trouble.
All right, let's take it back.
Oh man, bro, you open up another can of worms.
You know how we do. We take the lipper. Oh, because dating. Oh man,
bro,
real. We get.
I'm right with you in the hole because I'm always like that.
And like I said, we're gonna always keep it 100 funky fresh as far as I'm not saying I didn't date.
I did. Oh, bro.
I'm not saying that.
Look, you just said it.
I'm not saying I wasn't wrong or I didn't learn from. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from the truth of what I've learned from the mistakes that I made.
We about to get killed.
But let's be like dating. All right. So to go into that, I feel like the perfect way to always set the foundation of rule. What examples of dating do we have in ancient times? Or in the Bible? Dating.
I don't know. I can't think of any off top.
Off top, me neither. You know what I mean? But the reason I brought that up is because I feel like dating is absolutely necessary in this day and age because of... dating is absolutely necessary in this day and age if you're not following certain laws and guidelines of the OG and a believer in him, because families are broken. So you don't know what you're getting at. It's Russian roulette. So you gotta figure out who this person is. But in ancient times when there was more family structure, and you can pretty much say a man and a woman got married and they raised their kids up with certain principles, laws, and morals. They got 15 daughters. You can pick any one of them that you're attracted to, and you're proud. You know what I'm saying? That's why arranged marriages worked back then, because they were raised a certain way. But now, you broken homes, trauma. You don't know what you're getting. So without the OG, yes, date, because you don't know what you're getting.
Dang,
I mean,
that's why. Shit, that's why that talking and dating phase is such a thin line.
You said it earlier. It's tricky.
It's very tricky, man. Like, and a lot of people get bent out of shape. Oh, I thought we was. If you two don't establish that agreement,
Right.
but even if you do establish that agreement that y'all are
The
talking
emotion of-
exclusively, it's just my opinion. You're just talking and dating, so technically,
Still, yeah.
it's not wrong. I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get buried.
It's the truth, though,
But
bro.
he's not wrong technically because you're just talking
You're just
and
talking.
dating. Now, if you establish that, like those boundaries, you can question his integrity and
Thank you.
character.
Absolutely. I
So
agree.
then on your part, then you could be like, oh no, I don't want, come on.
Right, because now he's lying to me. He's being dishonest. He's not
Exactly.
being real. He's being manipulative.
Exactly. If he start being manipulative, then
That's
you're like,
different-
all right.
Yeah, that's character.
But if he's being honest and stuff with you, it's up to you. That's your choice.
Yep.
Whether you want to move forward with this guy or try to continue to establish a connection with him and build the relationship.
Right.
It's up to you. But just know it could go either way. Because it's just dating.
It really is.
It's just dating. Even
What's-
if you try to
How do you-
establish it exclusively, it's still just dating.
And I'm glad you brought it because from your perspective and your opinion, my good Brody, what do you feel that most people's perspective and understanding of dating is? Like, what is dating for, like, where we at right now? Like, what most people, like the world, would think dating is, would define dating as?
I think when they define dating, I would say that it's more of dating has become more of a possession. You know what I mean? And I feel like most people establish those agreements and rules in their head without talking to the other person,
Without the communication.
without
Thank
that
you.
communication.
Thank you. Yep.
And that's where a lot of heartbreak and stuff comes
yeah.
from, or
The-
anger and
thank you.
everything like that.
Lack of honesty. Lack of being
that
real and communication.
That's all it is.
You know what I mean? Because it's become, unfortunately, it's become a game.
Yes.
And if it's a game, you
Dating has become the first phase. They be like, yo, we gonna talk and date at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Nah, lay that foundation of talking 1st. Dating is the next layer. You know what I mean? Don't just mash everything together and get a horrible recipe. Do those levels. Go take the time and be patient and go through those steps.
yes.
Yes, it can be annoying. Yes, it can be time consuming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's when I feel like, before you really go into that realm, don't look on the outside for somebody else to complete you or make you happy.
I got a question.
Because it's
bro.
not gonna work. Yep. Go ahead and fire.
Do you believe that someone should date if they don't feel that they're not ready to be married?
Oh, bro, you about to go to the other joint. Brody gonna skip to the other joint. Now you got to the other realm. You got to level 3.
I just see where my bro's going.
Bro, that's level 3, I think. The courtship. Now this is a whole nother beast. That's level 3, bro. Courtship, and most people like, we was dating. Courtship is a whole nother level.
Absolutely.
Courtship is the preparation for marriage.
Right.
Courtship says we spend time together. We establish a connection. I really like you. You really like me. Dag, I'm starting to love you. Blah, blah, blah. I can really see a future with you. I'm looking and I'm thinking about, I believe I can marry you. Or I believe I can, marry him, marry her. Whatever.
Right.
But I believe we can get married. Right? That's what courtship is. Courtship. Breakdown. Back in old school term. Courtship. King. Queen. Courtship. Right? So that's that's a whole nother beast. That means preparing. You can see yourself, and y'all are preparing to go to the next phase of marriage. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that phase,
that's a whole
nother beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? So to ask that question one more time, like,
do you believe people should be dating if they don't feel like they're ready for marriage?
I feel like, not everybody's gonna be ready for that next step. They think, they're in love with the idea of marriage, but not the work. Marriage is not a fairy tale. We know that,
right?
Most
Disney
people's imaginations and love, it stops at the altar, bro.
They really do, and it started at the programming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, I believe you can still date without the idea of, getting married. I feel like that's a whole nother beast, whole nother ball game. You gotta have that connection, relationship, and you gotta go through some things. That time, you gotta invest a lot into somebody for that. To even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good one. And I see the pod polls and the pod debates coming, because the reason I ask that is because from a man's perspective, and being real and honest about, my history of dating and all that, it's like, is it wrong for a man to entertain a female, to take it there with a female, if he knows he doesn't want to marry her?
Oh, bro, this boy's out of pocket.
You know
Say
what I
that
mean?
one more time,
is it
bro.
wrong?
Bro Mello Anthony, Bro Savine Baker, But go ahead, what you say one more time?
So, is it wrong? This is about to be a series. I feel it. Pod series. Is it wrong for a male to entertain a female? What I mean by entertain is the things that you do in the dating phase.
Oh, snap.
The things that you do in the talking phase, which is, and hopefully, once again, like we said, like me and bro said, it should be coming from a real, genuine, and not manipulative phase. Like, you're not telling her she pretty so she can feel good, so you can get what you want to get, but you actually believe that she's pretty. Cause a lot of, but let's bring it back. Let's just say, like, there's integrity there, there's character there, there's honesty, realness there. Is it wrong for me then to entertain a female, to take it there with her, if I know that, this is not my wife? And I only say that as we continue to build. This is what me, bro, been doing since 05, 06, you know what I mean? Because the reason I say that, and we building on this, bro, is because I honestly feel, and this is going back to what I tapped into before earlier. I feel like, and once again, this is my opinion, if you are tapped in to the OG, if you are going by certain rules and guidelines, you have a certain like you have a guide that kind of lets you know. Not saying you're gonna always know off rip, but you got an idea. Like, we don't trust our instinct in the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, our gut, our spirit. Like, you kind of, as a man, let's be real. We being real. In our single days, we're married now. Shout out to our wives. We love y'all. We've been blessed. We've grown. We evolved. But back in the day, by being honest, talking, dating, and sometimes this is not my wife.
All right. Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey. Oh, shit.
So that's why I feel like it's different. If it depends where you at. If you of the world and you don't got that guidance of the Holy Spirit, or you don't have the spiritual, the counsel, the wise counsel, yes, unfortunately, because of the broken homes, broken families, yes, you got it, because you don't know what you're gonna get these days.
And you know what, bro? And you know, this is Spin and Pad podcast, man.
Yeah.
We're all taking notes on life. We ain't perfect.
Building.
So the best way to honestly break this down and to understand it is to come from our perspective.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go first.
Nope.
Yo, Ash, I love you. Not this Ashley over here, but my
It's
wife
Wiz
Ash,
Eye.
you know what I mean? It's my baby boo thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my sis.
But okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. So talking phase, got a lot of numbers, but I was never the one to actually go out and get the numbers because I didn't feel like I can do it. I don't have game. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, some of the girls would come to me. I was
you know why you don't
scared to
got
go
game?
to
You don't
girls.
need game because you a real one, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't play games. We keep it funky, fresh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I was, thank God, you know, the girls would come talk to me first. You know, not saying all the time, but, you know, on certain occasions they would come talk to me. I would never like, yo, go get your number unless I was feeling super bold. You know, I talked to a lot of women. You know, a lot of women didn't pan out. And I know who was going to pan out and who wasn't going to pan out. Like, honestly. You know, when I started dating, you know, even before Ash, I was dating, but I knew who was going to work out and who wasn't going to work out.
Same here, bro.
Just from the connection. Not everybody is not going to be like that.
You're right.
You know what I mean? But I just had the instinct and the discernment to know, okay, like, this ain't going to work out. We got a cool connection. We cool and all that.
Right.
But it's not going to work out. And let me say this on my behalf. That's my fault. And this probably answered your question earlier. It's my fault. I knew it wasn't going to work out, but I was still continued to take the benefits that were given to me from the woman.
And that's the
And that's very immature.
and that's what I was, you know, like, just being, that's just being real. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
She keep offering, I'm going to give it. Like,
and it goes back to what you mentioned earlier. As a man, if you, as a woman, if you set the tone, what you give, even if it's not your intentions, even as a good person who has good intentions, and you don't want to manipulate, but if you offering it, I'm still human. I might get weak too.
right.
Yeah, I'm still, you know, especially at them state, you know, there's levels and stages to life. So I may have not been where I am now, spiritually, maturely, mentally, or, you know what I'm saying, the self-control. So as a man, first of all, I'm saying that women, you guys are queens. You guys don't understand your power. Like, as a man, like, you are powerful. You know what I mean? So, like, if what you offer a man, whether his intentions are good or bad, like, he's gonna go off of that because that nurturing spirit that you guys naturally have.
Can you say your favorite keyword? Organic.
And I'm be real for myself. Even if taking it there wasn't involved, in the past, in my youth, in my, you know, maturity and journey, I escaped through that. Sometimes I got weak in it, but I escaped through that. It's something about, you know, you going through it and a woman rubbing your head, bro. Like, I love
physical touch, love language.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something about the spirit of a woman that only a woman can provide. That nurturing spirit, the divine. You know,
even though you ain't gonna belong with her, just that temporary satisfaction.
Yo, and like you said earlier, when you are going through things, is hurt there, or is certain, you know, voids, or you in a journey where you evolve and growing yourself, it feels good. So it's escapism. And I'm speaking for myself. I escaped through that. I never used hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Everyone's journey is different. But did I escape through women? Yes. Did I escape through food? Yes.
But
You know what I mean? Did I escape through music? Yes. And it's not, and it's those things are tricky because you need food to eat. As a man, the companion of a woman, you know, for most, there's a small percentage who may not need that, but most need that. And, you know, music just so happens to be my passion. Nothing's wrong with those things with the balance. But I messed up by, I put those things before the OG. But bring it back. But
Jesus,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'm just being real about my journey and how, even as someone who's being real, who's being honest, not trying to manipulate the worth and the power of a woman, if you understand that, you can still, you know, you are men, you can get weak to that and still take part in it.
That's crazy to admit, bro.
That's just, you know how we do,
that's
bro.
Crazy to admit. All right, from my perspective, you know what I mean, if we being, you know, real in the field, mine will more so be, I was almost like a hoarder.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a hoarder.
You said a hoarder.
Just collecting
That's real.
women and personality, just because I know I could do it. And that's crazy, and that's
real.
a crazy mind frame to have. You know what I mean? But just knowing, oh, I could talk to her. Oh, she's offering this. I'll take it. Let me put that in my pocket. Oh, she's offering something different. I'll take it. Put that in my pocket. You know what I mean? And just hoarding a whole bunch of things I don't need.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, by me doing that, you know, it's not only, you know, horrible, and it's definitely manipulation in its form. Like, but it caused me to go blind. You know, and I'm glad God, he didn't have to, but by the grace and mercy, he allowed me to see my wife now. Ashley, through all of that, through all the fog and all the hoarding I was doing, in the collection of just different spirits and soul and women, bro. He just allowed me to see my wife. I didn't deserve her at all. I didn't deserve my wife at all. My wife is a gift. She's a blessing. I didn't do anything to earn her. But I will say that I did, you know, pray and write down. You know, I'm a writer. Yo, I'm tired. I'm just tired of doing this. Why am I doing this? It did, like we said the other time, familiar spirits and spirits that's passed down from fathers and grandfathers. But like, damn, why am I doing this, bro? Like, for what? Right. You know, and sometimes I would definitely feel bad. Like, yo, come on, man, you better than. Why are you doing that? You just accepting what they offering you, knowing that they want more, but you don't. That's corny, man. I was definitely that's a cornball move, but you know what I mean. But God allowed me to see my wife. He gave me her to actually see the true value and definition of a woman. You know what I'm saying? And what she can offer. Now, he gave me her in the midst of my nonsense. So it also comes down to your decision making too. You gotta actually buckle down and say,
make the right choice.
Spend your time wisely. Pen and Pad Podcast took notes on life. But even when I started talking to my now wife, I was still in the playing game. You know what I mean? That's just being honest, and you can ask Ashley too. She be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck? But still in the playing game. But after a while, he sent me her to help me become more mature in my thinking and in my spiritual walk and you know, the human walk as a man and stuff like that. And also made my own choice that I'm gonna buckle down because you know, I really love this girl and she's something special. It's a blessing, you know what I mean, that I didn't deserve. So
and he knows your heart.
Yeah.
Even fault and flaws and all.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, and I'm not afraid to admit I was definitely a hoarder, but you know, it changed now. You know, the OG gave me 2 daughters and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
blessing.
He like, oh, I'm gonna give you a blessing, but work.
Shout out to my girl.
But yeah, man, like that's how I was able to be stopped in my tracks. Like if I ain't meet her, I'd have still been on the road, bro. Who knows where I'd have been, bro.
And that's real. And that's
real.
And that's what I appreciate. And that's what we've been doing for years now. And that's what we've been building on. Like that truth and honesty with yourself is what it takes to grow. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like
people lie to themselves. Don't lie to you.
And like we just mentioned, God knows your heart. The OG knows your heart. So if you lying to yourself, he's like, all right. So even in those flaws, when you know I'm messing up, this ain't really, why am I doing this? But he knows your heart. He's gonna put things in position so it's like, okay, here, and you gotta just, it's still up to you. He gives that free will. You gotta make your choice. But it's like, yo, you know what I mean?
Bro, we went
hearts, man.
all the way out on the jump, but you know what I mean? Hey, sheesh, man. But going back to courtship, after dating, man, when you know, y'all two exclusively date, you see something in this person like, wow, I think we can really go far and go to that next level. I can see myself with this person, man. You go to courtship, preparing for marriage. That's what courtship is, for real. Like, y'all are now like, wow, okay, we not gonna rush into the last step, but I feel like we can. But you still invest that time to see, you know, where this can go. And does courtship guarantee marriage, bro?
Guarantee? I would say no, because that's the phase that you definitely want to filter that out and find out, will this work or not. So I would say guaranteed no. Yeah, to answer your question, nah, not guaranteed, but that's when you want to really figure out before you do make that lock for life.
To become one this time, huh? That last phase.
It doesn't guarantee it, no.
So marriage, bro. What's that? That's the last level, huh?
Now we talking about guarantee.
Now, what's marriage, bro?
Marriage is where now you want to lock that and guarantee that you're gonna fight through it no matter what. This is where you want to you build a certain level of trust. You built a certain level of love. You built a certain level of unity where it's like, you know what? Now I've learned what you want out of life. You learn what I want out of life, and we can agree on how can we put this together to build our kingdom, our empire under the one true kingdom. But you know what I'm saying? Like, how can we build into each other to really become that powerhouse?
So you said the word build, so that requires work.
Absolutely. That's where the real work. That's where it really. That's where things.
So you mean it gets really real. You mean to tell me right here on Pen and Pad Podcast that if I say I do, we not riding into the sunset and everything is all peaches and cream, bro?
This is not a Disney movie.
Dang.
It's better than a Disney movie, but it's not a Disney movie.
Why not? Why is it not peaches and cream?
This is the level where you are now, first of all, things that weren't even surfaced, not saying they can't be, but wasn't surfaced in the courting stage become surfaced. this is where, you know, you guys are going to test each other. You're going to give certain traumas and things that needs to be healed is going to surface. You know what I mean? But you guys committed and agreed to, like, we're going to get through this and build and heal through this, hopefully with the OG centered in it. Because this is just my opinion. I truly, just like with friendships and what we become as friends and spiritual brothers, I don't believe that you can truly surpass and succeed in true friendship or marriage without it being OG centered. I feel like some can be, if you've been raised a certain way and come from a certain environment, you have certain things implanted in you. But if that right test come along, it's gonna fold.
Like if it's built on false pretenses.
The foundation is not shaky. If the foundation is not rooted in the OG in a friendship or marriage, the right test is gonna come.
Marriage is work.
Absolutely.
That's not fun. Right?
Most of the world would say it's not fun.
I don't know. It's like, well, why am I? If I can't say I do, and we dance the night away, and you know we're happy, go on our honeymoon and stuff like that. Why can't we just be like that for the rest of our life, bro?
You can, but it's gonna be a roller coaster, and you're not gonna have those moments without that work.
It don't sound too fun no more.
He said it don't sound too fun no more.
And it's not, I repeat, it's not gonna be fun all the time.
Exactly.
You're two people become one.
Right.
Under one umbrella.
Right.
You're trying to combine your years on this earth with somebody else's years on this earth. What they learned throughout their lives, their moral, their upbringings, their education, everything. You're trying to combine it into one umbrella, right?
It's not Princess and the Frog.
And just because we say two become one, doesn't mean you have to think the same or do all the same things.
Doesn't mean you lose your identity in
Thank you. You're still individuals.
Thank you.
One just becomes a team. Just like a basketball team. There's a point guard, there's a shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. Okay? But they're one team. It just is different positions. That's all it is. So for all the people, I'm getting married, Dad, I gotta like chips because she like chips. I gotta like the beach because she like the beach.
You like ketchup? I guess I gotta like ketchup.
And that's where a lot of marriages go wrong too.
Yeah.
You were an individual before you got into the marriage. You're still an individual, and it's respecting those. You know what I mean? And some things you may have to compromise.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it doesn't fit the mold, but allow that person to be an individual.
Absolutely.
Allow them persons to the room to grow and be themselves within the marriage, but still contribute.
Right.
Stop trying to transform somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or control.
Right. It goes back to that manipulation and trying to make you who I want you to be.
There we go.
Instead of who you should be, that's going to help me grow as a person. Vice versa.
And that balance. That's what that balance is, bro. Come on.
Right. Because if we're completely identical, how are you going to contribute to my growth if we're the same exact person?
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? Like, certain things in you is going to test me, certain things in me is going to test you, and certain strengths in you is my weakness, certain weaknesses in me is your strength. That's what's going to build. Right. You know what I mean? Yes, certain morals and principles and certain roots and laws and bars and you know, certain, you know, laws are supposed to be there in place that's going to make sure we stay rooted, but you still got to be who you are. I still got to be who I am. And we're going to build together through thick and thin, good and bad, work, enjoy, honeymoon or not. and we're gonna be the best of ourselves that we could be because we both invested into each other true love, which is I want the best for you.
And let's get this straight. This is another PSA. Pod special announcement.
Hey,
marriage does not complete you.
not at all.
Okay, just because this boy alarm went off and all that for his job, trying to mess up the pocket. All
I turned it off, huh?
Like the boy in the movie theater, you know, the joint say silence the phone, he take the call. His
About to
phone's
get
ringing.
kicked out the theater out here.
Sheesh, bro.
Kick me out, y'all.
Damn, turn the phone off.
Man, he's
Trying to mess up the
iPhones.
pit dial. You know? Sheesh. Is it off, bro?
Off, bro. You know, hold on. Yeah, it's off, man.
Sorry, y'all. I forgot what I was gonna say, but
These
nah.
alarms, man.
Yeah, stop looking for marriage to complete you because it's not.
It's not.
Okay. Yo, maybe I'll be
yourself,
truly happy if I'm married.
Nope. It's only gonna make it worse. It's gonna surface even more.
If you don't work on yourself, you're not complete.
Yep.
It can only. And my man Lando said this too, man. My man Lando, you know, shout out to Lando. He said, you can't make anybody happy.
Absolutely.
He was like, you can only lead them to their happiness. Or try to. And that's very true.
I like that. That's
too.
true. Exactly. Or share that moment of happiness with them. Yeah. Absolutely.
Can't make nobody happy.
Can't. You have to find that within yourself. You have to find out who you are. You have to discover yourself. You have to really know, find your true identity, or at least on that journey or close to it. Cause no one else is gonna complete you. No one's gonna fill that void. The only person that can fill that void is yourself and the OG.
Absolutely. So how can people start to, try to find themselves for other people and heal? I think the number one thing is stop lying to yourself.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, dog.
Just stop. Okay? Stop. It feels good to lie to yourself, but then it hurts at the same time. You stabbing yourself.
Right.
Hoping to get better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just stop.
Right.
Okay? And it starts to becomes. Why do we always do that, bro? With the extra,
Extra syllables. Extra.
Yeah. But it starts to become a sickness, man.
It really is.
You're trying to trick yourself.
Right. It's like, because you think about how can you be real, honest, and genuine and authentic with someone else if you're not that with yourself?
No.
Absolutely not. So like you said, it becomes a sickness because it becomes like a train wreck at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're saying something from a not genuine, a place that's not genuine, or a place that's not real, whether it be out of shame, out of guilt, out of all those things that the enemy does try to make you. That's the trap. You know what I mean? He wants you to feel shame. Because even the topic, like going back to the beginning, like one of the things that confuse these different stages of talking, dating, courting, marriage is one of the main things that confuse this thing is the actual act of taking it there, how we all got here, right? And unfortunately, because of miseducation, because it's become a taboo topic, which is so weird. Like everyone you looked at, everyone you interact with, we all got here with that act. It's a gift from the OG. He wants us to enjoy it. He just wants us to enjoy it the right way. Yep. It's normal. It's not, but it's become it's a taboo, weird thing, or it's just it's like two sides. Like if for the people that want to use it the right, it's a taboo. Oh yeah, we can't talk about that. Well, that's great. Or it's just become abused and it's become like over sexualized, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like if only we were all real and honest with each other about just that, it would be so much healing with, you know what I'm saying?
Most people scared to dig up that root, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
it is scary,
root it up.
man.
It is.
And
It's
it
tough.
can be traumatizing.
It is.
That's why you take it slow, step by step, man. And
Right.
and seen this happen over and over again, man. We don't get that root, man. We just cut off branches, and they grow back
right back. It's gonna appear right back in that marriage. It's gonna appear right back in that courting stage. It's gonna appear right back in that. It's strong. You know what I mean?
If you'll never dig up that root,
Yep.
you know, it's never going anywhere.
Yep.
It may feel good at the time because you cut off a branch, but it's gonna grow back.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. So, Lord, man, it's definitely a lot with that. But yeah, marriages does not complete you. It's when two complete people come together to be one complete team.
Yep.
And you're not going to become a complete team instantly. Come on.
It's a process.
Okay. Just cause y'all both like ice cream don't mean like y'all connection is gonna be super strong all the time. Like
right.
It's work, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely work, sacrifice, compromising, communication, all of the above, bro.
Facts, bro.
Marriage is no joke, man. We know that from experience.
Exactly. It's when you compare it to how the world might compare it or see it, or how the system or the programming might make you want to believe it's fairy tale. It's
not
Princess and the Frog, and Cinderella. You know what I'm saying?
Remember the little fly from Princess and the Frog? He's like, hey, the one. I don't know. I can't do this voice.
But you know what I mean? But I would say though, if you're rooted in love, at the end of the day, it's all worth it. But it's not the fairy tale. It's a beautiful thing if you tap out of that mindset. It's gonna be work. You know what I mean?
Always work, bro.
It's always gonna be work, but
gotta be willing to fight through, man.
Thank you.
You choose this woman.
That perseverance.
Listen, just know it's no options out.
Exactly.
That's, you know what I mean? You gotta deal with this, especially you got that connection, because even the strongest connections can be broken.
Oh yeah.
You know, just by your choices and the way of thinking and stuff like that. So don't ever think that, they strong, they gonna let everything gets tested. Everything gets tested, and the strongest of people can be broken up.
Right.
You know, but it's just your will. Yeah. Communication that I want to be with this person, so we're going to go through that storm. But that also means, just going through the storm and stuff like that, that don't mean you have to be foolish.
Thank you.
Because most people, I'm holding them down, I'm holding her down. They just keep treating you bad over and over and over and over and over again. Not saying that you can't work through it, but don't be foolish. Don't confuse like being loyal with being foolish.
Right.
That's two different things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, that's a whole nother topic, bro.
Levels.
We got, you know what I mean, more. This has been another great episode of Pen and Pad Podcast, where we always encourage you to make the right choice.
Spend your time wisely, but most importantly,
take notes.